2 Peter chapter 2. But there came to be also false prophets in among the people, as there also will be false teachers in among you, who any will lead in beside sects of holaway loosening, even denying the watchering mighty one who bought them, leading on to themselves quick holaway loosening. And many will follow out their wantonnesses, because of whom the way of the truth will be blasphemed. And in covetousness they will go out to you with formed words, to whom the judgment out of old is not unworking, and also their holaway loosening will not nod off. For if God did not spare the failing angels, but gave beside them over into the Seroi darkness, as the one giving them over to Tartarus, to guard them into the judgment as ones being disciplined, and did not spare the original part of the cosmos, but kept Noah and the eight, the herald of righteousness, leading on the downflood upon the cosmos of the dishonoring ones, and condemning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, putting them in ashes in the overturned down, having set them as a showing under the authority example to those who being about to be dishonoring. And if he rescued righteous Lot, the one being all regardingly miserized, by the upward turning in wantonness of the immoral ones, for this cause, in look seeing and hearing that righteous one down dwelling in among them, tormented his righteous soul day out by day, due to their lawless works. So this shows that the Lord perceives the well-honoring ones to rescue them out of temptations, but to guard the unrighteous as ones being disciplined, as having been kept into the day of judgment. But foremost those who are going after the flesh and desire of the besmirching one, and are despising the lordship, daring, self-relishing, they do not tremble to be blaspheming ones of glories, whereas angels, being greater in strength and ability, do not bring forth blasphemous judgment against them before the Lord. But they themselves are as in considering enlivened, having been made to become as natural beings to come into captivation and corruption, wherein they are unknowing they blaspheme, so that they also will be corrupted in their corruption, as one suffering injustice into the reward of unrighteousness. They who are counting the revelry in the day of relish, which are spots and defilements, they are reveling in their deceits, as ones having well-being together by you, as ones having swollen eyes of adultery, and not down reposing eyes due to the phalanxes, as ones luring the unfirm souls, ones having a heart, having been exercised in covetousness, children of curse, as leaving the straight way they were errorized, following out the way of Balaam, the son of Beor, who loved the reward of unrighteousness. But he had a conviction concerning his own being beside the law, a voiceless, subyoked animal of human, letting sound out with a voice, preventing the astray-mindedness of the prophet. These are waterless springs and hazes being rowed under the authority by a whirl, for whom the gloom of the darkness is guarded. For letting sound out overweightiness of vanity, they lure in with desire of the flesh, with wantonnesses, those who really are fleeing to freedom, who flee from the ones who turn themselves upward in error, promising them freedom while they themselves are slaves, below origin beginning ones of corruption. For this cause the one to whom someone has been diminished, to this one he has been enslaved. For if as ones having fled the besmirchments of the cosmos, in due to the unknowledge of our Lord and Safeguardian Jesus Christ, but by these again having been entwined in it, they are diminished, the last have become worse for them than the foremost. For it would be better for them not to have unknown the way of the righteousness, than having unknown it, to turn back toward the things behind them, away from the holy inner aim personally given to them. To them has befallen that of the true parallel, a mongrel turning on to his own outflow, and a sow having bathed herself into her rolling in the mire.